Welcome to VlogMas Day 15. Only 10 days till Santa. 10 sleeps to go. 10 sleeps till Santa. 10 sleeps till Christmas Day.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Where are they? Well, we're in the kitchen. We'll see if we can try and find them. Oh, I think I can see Holly's hat. I think I can see them. Look at the dishwasher. There they go. What are they doing in the dishwasher? Are they washing all the dish? They're washing everything for us.
I'll take those out now.
Take them out now, that's it. They should belong in the dishwasher, should they? What are they? They are naughty elves. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. How are we all doing today? Yep, Sam went off to school, bless him. Really happy this morning, which was really lovely to see. Obviously, they're not doing much the rest of this week. I know Sam said about finish off some art craft project he started yesterday or something. So he needs to do that, and obviously I think then they're choosing times and stuff like that. They're able to watch movies and things. So I wish I was at school and I was just doing that. I know obviously he's got his party on Friday afternoon. He said that. And then they also got the Zoom assembly there for that. So anyway, yeah, obviously the taxi driver and the PA were the same as yesterday, which was really nice. The same car as well. And they say it's going to be the same driver, same PA and the same car every day, which is really going to be good, especially when we get Ben back to school. I think finally transport are actually listening to us, which is really great if they are. So obviously we're going to try and get Ben back full time. Fingers crossed if all goes well after Christmas and things like that, because like I said, they finish Friday, there's no point forcing it now. So hopefully by then Cam should be involved. He should be taking some meds. We're not thinking meds long term, it's just in the short term to help settle him down and things like that until things slowly start getting back to normal. Simmer's back after Christmas as well, so I know he's really missed. Even Sammy said this morning, oh mummy, I can't wait to get back to swimming again, because being honest with you, Sammy was practically almost him. Because obviously we used to take him as well, and obviously all that stops. So I hope, fingers crossed, he hasn't forgot anything. And again, it might take him a couple of weeks to get back into the swing of things, get his confidence back up again and things like that. So anyway, bit of a positive morning with Ben, bless him. Obviously I know he's still here, but he let me wake him up at 7 o'clock this morning with no problems. Really happy, really giggly this morning. And you can see it's actually on his ball. On you, Benjay. You bouncing on your ball this morning? Yeah. Where's your smile going? You had a nice big smile this morning, didn't we? So, and then, well, actually, just realised I better close the gate because he's just realised the gate's open. He's taking the chance. But anyway, yeah, it's been a strange thing actually, because I know there hasn't been much research over here. I know in Canada, America, and I think possibly Australia and New Zealand, it's something called, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I wrote it down, but I can't pronounce, gastrointestinal disorders. So basically it's like there isn't much research done about it at all over here. I wish there was, but it's quite interesting actually, because they said something to do with gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar, and also corn. If obviously when a child with autism, things like that, the brain processes it different to everybody else. That makes sense. Obviously Ben's gluten-free anyway, has been for a couple of years, but it'd be quite interesting to see, because obviously we said next 2 weeks when they're off we're going to try him on a dairy-free, not dairy-free but calcium-free diet, see how it goes on. Because being honest with you, he does drink loads and loads of milk, so we're going to try and take that out and see how it goes. You've got nothing else to lose really, to be honest with you, with that. So yeah, the thing is, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's strange because it's never been mentioned to us before. But some of the behaviours on it really fit them. If I turn the page over, I can actually see. It's, yeah, some of it is sort of like coughing excessively, which he does obviously doesn't do. Refusing to swallow or difficulty swallowing, hitting himself in the jaw, which he does. He's been doing this quite a bit just recently. And we've also have noticed sometimes he stores food in his mouth again. Chewing excessively, which he does. Chewing on clothes constantly is like that constantly on the time. Tune tapping, sleep problems, which is for definite, and then eating for sleep symptoms, which he does. So obviously, like I said, he constantly wants to eat all the time, and explains changing behaviour, which is probably, again, it's probably just the behaviour of him laying on the floor. Maybe he's in pain with his tummy or something like that, and him laying on the floor is his way of dealing with it. So like I said, we can give it a go. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like I said, we haven't really lost anything anyway. So anyway, yeah, I rambled on for too long now, so I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. Ben's actually signing, saw Ben just signing for a drink, bless him. And yeah, so it's been a bit of a positive start to the morning, really, because like I said, he's been happy, giggly this morning. He won't let me put his shoes on, which is fair enough, because obviously he associated the shoes with going out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if this works, we can slowly get in things back to normal. So yeah, so you can see, Ben's with us again, unfortunately. We just tried him back in the car, didn't we? Yeah. And he's just pointedly blank refused the car, hitting the top of the car. We even tried him with a drink, stuff like that. He just didn't want to know. So as you can see, he's out here absolutely fine. He actually, as soon as he realised he was come out for a walk, obviously because we closed the boot, obviously because there was things in the boot, and the doors were closed, he come back out the house, didn't he? And so went out for a walk. So we're going to probably go to the chip shop for lunch, I think, stuff like that, because obviously Ben loves the chips, and they actually do them gluten-free as well, so it's ideal for Ben. So yeah, this is just proving he has got the severe travel anxiety, hasn't he? So bless him. And he did actually look so worried and stuff like that. So you really don't know how we're going to handle this at the minute, do you?
No, I don't.
So really don't know, because obviously he needs to be able to travel to places when, obviously when we're in the area we are. I know it's alright because it's nice and quiet, but there's actually nothing in this area at all, especially what we've got booked and planned for next year as well. So I'm hoping, again, once he gets on the anxiety meds and stuff like that, and he gets his confidence back again travelling, that's going to really going to help him. But how's he walking? So you can see, if I come this way, you can see this, he's walking absolutely fine. But bless him, his happy tune on his chewy tube. So yeah, so if you've got suggestions down below, please let us know, because
can't keep using food.
But that's the thing, we can't keep using food all the time. That is the actual thing. So yeah, so it looks like we are narrowing it down. The thing is, when we come to think of it, is when school overreacted slightly with Sammy when he had a temperature. It wasn't very high at all. It just
hay fever in the end.
It was hay fever, and mixture of hay fever and the warm weather caused his temperature to spike. It wasn't a lot. It was just about a degree or even half a degree over what it should be. So of course we were made to go for these COVID test things and done. And ever since then, Ben's been scared, so we didn't know if that was the trigger that's caused this. So this we really don't know. But as you can see at the minute, he's having no problems having a walk, bless him. Yeah, so change the plan. We're ending up in Tesco's. There's a big massive queue outside the chip shop, and we don't want to put Ben in too much stress when we're waiting, do we? So still coming in. I'm going to get some almond milk for Ben anyway, because like I said, we're going to try him on the dairy free, aren't we, for a couple of weeks. See, that makes a difference since what I was reading yesterday. Which one's getting almond milk? It's got no sugar in it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, or the soya.
Or the soya. I just think there isn't much difference actually between them. We've never actually done dairy free before, have we? So, okay, can I just, so it's like this, just try them on the almond one, see how I get some on that one, yeah? Ben's feet tight, you want some mince pies? Yeah? You like your mince pies, don't you? See, it's some cream on there, of course. I got the, so just realised about the cream, but they can't. They got the gluten free, not gluten free, lactose free one, have they? Then we've got the gluten free sandwiches not here, have they? I know the big ones do. Then what are you after, darling? There's something with there you just wanted. Okay, look at that chocolate log, that Bailey's one. I know it is. So let's grab these. My hands are full, so I can have to excuse the some drop on everything because I got my phone as well. Okay, he likes those, doesn't he? Get one of those, bless him. So yeah, as you can see, we're just back from our walk, and you can see by the state of Ben what's actually happened. We walked to Tesco's and everything else absolutely fine, walked back, and you can see he's threw himself to the floor absolutely loads of times, laying himself on the tummy like that. He's absolutely filthy. He's really disgusting. So I have to change him as well. Like his first set of his shoes, even the front of him is like this. So like I said, I'm going to phone Cam's up in a minute. Tell him it's not urgent, he needs it, because Stephen pulled his back, didn't you, darling? He's pulled his back to try and lift him up like that. This isn't fair anymore. It's not fair on Ben. It's not fair on any of us. I'm going to email school as well and show them all this thing we've took. Also because we've got video footage of him refusing the car as well. And then they can prove that it is definitely anxieties. This is definitely not behaviour. It's like crazy. So anyway, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, calm myself down a bit, get him some lunch, and hopefully it might settle him down a bit as well. Just left to pick Sammy up now, bless him. So Sammy is absolutely loving us to pick him up normally. Obviously should have been me as well, but problems with Ben. Not too quite sure if he's going to go tomorrow. We're going to try and get him in the car because obviously someone's supposed to be going out of school to see him tomorrow. If not, they'll have to come here, simple. We're not pushing it anymore with him, it's not fair on him. But as you can see, he's laying on the floor again, but he's happy. It was so horrible when we was walking back from the street to see his legs just buckled underneath him, like they just gave way. I don't know, obviously I have been googling, and apparently anxiety can cause like muscle weakness in your legs and things like that. But this morning I done an actual virtual sensory workshop thing, and it was really interesting and stuff like that. And one, because obviously we've got talking about our kids and things like that, and I said obviously the problems with Ben, and one of the people actually doing it said, Ben had his inner ear checked, because if there's a problem with that, sometimes that can actually affect your vestibular system, I think. That's I think I said anyway. Obviously that affects all your balance, your coordination and things like that. So that is definitely one thing to consider, because I know before lockdown he'd have an ear infection and he smacked his ear that much he actually gave perforated his eardrum, and obviously he should have had his appointment to recheck it, but he never did because obviously it got cancelled because of lockdown and things like that, and we just thought it healed itself. So there's a possibility maybe his eardrum hasn't healed itself properly, and that's probably maybe causing that. I don't know. Okay, it's just things to mind about. It's just guesswork at the minute, isn't it, sort of thing. So yeah, but I've really got some good ideas from the sensory processing workshop thing. Obviously things we've been trying anyway, and also things like the bubbles and that sort of thing, and some deep massage. That's supposed to be pretty good. So I didn't actually realise there's I just thought there was 5 senses, but there's not. There's actually 8. There's 3 hidden. So that was quite interesting to find that out. And some of the things that they said about is affecting Ben. So there is definitely some sort of sensory thing there, Ben, but it is looking more like it is definitely anxiety. So hopefully, fingers crossed, get the anxiety sorted out and the sensory thing will happen. That's what they did say actually. When we've got the anxiety, the sensory thing will heighten, if you know what I mean. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna get there somewhere. So then, Samuel, where do your socks go? Where do your shoes go? Yeah. Go on there, so put them on the rack, please. And where do you shoot? Where do your socks go? That's it. You still throw them on the floor. And where do your socks go? That's better. They don't go down there, do they? So, anyway, how was school?
Very good.
Yeah? What are you doing at school today anyway?
Everything.
Everything? What do you mean by everything?
Loads of lessons.
Yeah, loads of lessons. I'm not going to get much out of you, am I? Stuff like that. So, and what are you playing? Are you playing on Forza again, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what you do? So, you have been home a little bit while, haven't you? But you just popped up to Sainsbury's today, didn't you? Got a few bits and pieces, didn't we?
Oh.
Yeah, because you need cereal. And I noticed you picked the most expensive cereal. You didn't pick the cheap cereal, did you? No. So, what do you fancy for tea tonight? Because you had school, didn't you? You had packed lunch today, didn't you? So I bet you're hungry.
Yeah.
What do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? Alright, let me repeat that. Once you finish your mouth, empty your mouth, and then it's free to speak with your mouth full, Sammy. You finished now?
Yeah.
What do you want now?
Got some dinosaurs for tea.
You want some dinosaurs for tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that does Tuesday's vlog, guys, and really stressful episode this afternoon with Ben. Took him out, went for a walk because he refused the car yet again. Just didn't want to get in. Just banging on top of the car as hard as he can, you know, saying I don't want to do it. So we decided, let's go for a walk around the street. So we popped to the Tesco, a little Tesco which is near us. And fine, got there fine, walked around the shop, fine. As soon as we come back out, halfway coming back, his legs just buckled on him. It felt like he was going down a flight of stairs and I wasn't. That's how it felt. He just totally, his legs just went on him. Oh, and it just kept happening every few yards coming back to the house. And boy, guys, that done my back in trying to lift him up, because he had tightened all his muscles up, strengthened himself down to the floor, saying I don't want to get up. How much more can I continue to lift Ben before something bad happens to myself? Really? I just, you know, what am I supposed to do when he does that? Eh?
I know. So, like I said, you got yourself in the bath, didn't you? Because I hurt your back. So I'll finally hear from Cam's. Not appointment until 11th of January, which I was expecting in one way, but I think it's absolutely disgusting we've had to wait this long. We had 3 urgent referrals 4 months ago, you know what I mean? And they couldn't have been asked. You can see why the mental health crisis over here is defeated for, can't you?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Anyway, had an email come through. Obviously my formal complaints have been logged, haven't they?
Yeah.
Things like that. And I've also got one disability charity taken upon our case as well. They're going to fight it for us. Even they said it's disgusting how long we've had to wait, especially with Ben being non-verbal the way he is. They thought that may have been a priority case. Hence, this is why we had the 4 urgent referrals 4 months ago. You know what I mean?
We should have told them about when he got slipped through the system for nearly.
Yeah.
When was it? Start 2014. We had a social worker by the name of Danny. Basically, because we refused to put Ben in a respite care centre thing in Northampton, known as JJS. I'm gonna really explain that place, because it looked like a prison with bars on the window, and it was horrible. I know Ben was quite small at the time, but basically they said if he fell on the floor and where he dropped, that's where they would leave him and fall asleep. Another respite centre in Northampton has been done by the police, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to say, obviously I'm not going to say the name of that, because obviously police investigations are going now ahead with that. But yeah, apparently there's a case of abuse and neglect by, so I don't know if it was 1 member of staff or 2 members of staff. And obviously our social workers, oh, we've got this place. Now, don't you realise, we've got Google, we'll check it. And plus they had a big major outbreak of COVID up there, so we said, no way, no way.
Yeah, and then after that, this guy Danny basically said, because we wouldn't do that, they closed the case, and then Ben just slipped through the system then for nearly 6 years.
Exactly.
And no one could care less. Even the people who normally look after his toileting thing as well. Also, basically, he slipped through the system on that as well. So basically, my son's been failed by the NHS, and I hate to say that, he has. You know, his toileting issues have been tough for us because of his autism and his non-verbal, and can't understand what to do when he's sitting there. And I hate the way things are, guys. My son's been let down, and I know someone else I watch on YouTube, his son got let down as well. And we're in that case now where Ben's being let down, aren't we? He has been
let down badly. Like I said, in this disability charity.
I know what's going on with the pandemic at the moment, but you can't keep using that as an excuse.
No, that's even what that charity actually said to us when they phoned me this morning. They said they had loads of people with the same situation as us, and even they said they can't keep using COVID as an excuse all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I'm one of many key workers that have fighted through this pandemic. You know, we've had to serve people face to face and everything else. You know, it's not great on us, is it really? Hey.
No.
And poor Ben's had to suffer as well. You know, school are struggling with him. They've admitted that to us. And, you know, I have to understand where they're coming from with their health and safety policy about, you know, the way of moving Ben around.
Oh, they did apologise to us for what happened last Thursday. They didn't actually admit that was out of order. Yeah.
But anyway, you know, I just hate what they've done for him and failed him. It's just horrible, you know. I just wish we still had the early support team. The early support team of the Northampton County Council were absolutely perfect, weren't they?
Well,
they supported Ben till up to the age of 10, wasn't it? Almost 10, 11.
As soon as they get to a certain age, it's like...
As soon as they get into their teenage years, they're basically, you know, it starts with a letter F.
Yeah, basically it does,
Yeah, just like anymore. I tell you, if there's anyone else out there who knows anyone else is being failed by the current system, then comment down below, because I bet there is.
There's loads of people. I saw, like, I remember I saw the report on the internet about someone else, like all their services were all cut and things like that. But yet, if you want to pay private, you can get one just like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have to pay private. You know what I mean? But
and being honest with you, Matt Hancock never even mentions those with special needs or anything when he's talking about what's going on at the moment.
He doesn't.
What about protecting them?
Exactly.
You know, they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable.
One thing you've got to ask ourselves is what's going to happen if one of you go down? You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, guys, it's only going to take so much more for myself. I'm not getting any younger to control Ben. It's just, you know, I'm considering thinking about, you know, looking into getting in an adult-sized wheelchair for him, just to get him to move. But every time you try and approach the OT for something like this, it takes months to do. Oh, I tell you, if we had the money, I would get him one proper, you know, nice strong chair we could push him around him.
I would, definitely, yeah.
At least it would be safer on us, safer on our backs, and
exactly, safer on him as well.
You know, now I'm up to the chances now where we can change our vehicle into a proper mobility car for him, but that's got to wait until after Christmas, until
this Brexit malarkey is over as well, didn't they? We've seen what we like, which is good.
Yeah, because there could be an issue with cars as well coming in from
car imports
from
like
Europe.
that, isn't it?
Because Skodas are made at VW, and the Volkswagen. It's Germany, isn't it?
Germany.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, guys, yeah. So that's another story of our day, and basically, if someone was coming down the road with a forklift at that point in time, I want to say, come on, pick him up and take him back to the house for me.
Yeah.
Oh, see, my back is twinging, my arms are aching, and another thing, I can't even strengthen myself up to go back to the gym because, you know, you got to pre-book that in advance. Oh.
I think you know what's happening with Bendy. That's the problem. So.
Oh, guys. Anyway, yeah. So.
One day I promise you we won't be moaning on the vlog.
You can't help moan. You know, you've got to moan. That's the problem with the world at the moment. You know, you've got to moan about something.
Being honest with you, if I think we didn't moan, I think I'd cry basically. But then again, I think if I cry, I won't stop.
So it's that bad. I decided tonight, because I went to pop to Sainsbury's for a couple of bits, I bought me and Cheryl some Ben and Jerry's ice cream because it was on offer, and we nearly ate the whole tub each, didn't we?
No, it was nice though.
Anyway, guys, like the video, comment down below. See you tomorrow for Wednesday, and hopefully tomorrow you can go to school, because I'm off tomorrow, and then we've only got 2 more days, and then we've got a break, and then see what happens over Christmas. Right, see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
This is how it's supposed to be, making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah, I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be, making our Christmas memories?